Think back to your own education. Was it a good fit for you? Did you feel truly empowered in your learning journey? Well, for many families today, simply attending their assigned neighborhood schools isn't enough. Instead, they're actively seeking alternatives that better meet their children's unique needs. School choice is no longer an obscure idea, it is becoming increasingly mainstream. Understanding these policies impact not only the parents, but also taxpayers, educators, and the future of our entire educational system, especially right here in North Carolina, where changes are happening rapidly. School choice encompasses options such as charter schools, voucher programs, and open enrollment. It has become a significant force in American education. While it is intended to provide families with greater control over their children's learning environment, its implementations represent complex challenges such as equality, access, and the broader landscape of public education. This is particularly evident when looking closely at the North Carolina evolving policies. I've spent time researching the growing fields of educational policy and I'm eager to share this information with you. During the presentation, we will explore three areas. First, the historical development of school choice in the United States, from early desegregation efforts to modern reforms. Second, the specific types of school choice options available to families, namely the charter schools, vouchers, and open enrollment. And finally, the current landscape of school choice, specifically within North Carolina, considering the potential impact on equality and desegregation. Speaking first on historical context, school choice initially wasn't about providing alternatives to public schools, but rather ensuring equal access within them. Research by educational scholars like Jennifer B. Hughes noted that early roots of desegregated schools through busing programs, these policies, while aiming for equality, often faced significant resistance and logistical challenges. Over time, however, the focus shifted from desegregation to parental preferences. This shift was fueled by growing concerns about failing public schools and a desire for greater localized educational control. This trend began accelerating rapidly in the late 20th century. According to policy researcher Michael Gerain, the emergence of charter schools at the turn of the 21st century marked a major turning point in North Carolina. The state initially saw the number of charter schools reach a cap of almost 100 before experiencing a massive growth following the removal of that state cap in 2011. Additionally, charter schools are publicly funded but operate with greater autonomy, which allowed innovative curricula and distinct teaching methods. This movement was soon followed by an increased interest in voucher programs, which use public funds to help parents pay tuitions at private schools. An open enrollment policy that allowed students to attend schools outside their assigned geographic zones. Now that we have looked at historical evolution of school choice, let's explore the different types of options that are available for families today, starting with charter schools. As researcher Shelby L. Smith highlighted, charter schools are publicly funded schools but operate independently and privately from specific missions and focuses. They remain an incredible and popular avenue for school choice today. However, their success varies widely depending on factors such as location, leadership, and individual funding models. Critics often argue that they can intensify existing divisions of segregation because of admission policies and geographic limitations that can inadvertently restrict access for certain students. On the other hand, supporters frequently highlight comparative higher student achievement figures when compared to traditional public schools. The second major option is voucher programs, which in our state takes the form of opportunity scholarships. Voucher programs provide public funds directly to the parents who choose to enroll their students or their children in private school. In North Carolina, these scholarships have traditionally become income based, specifically targeting low and moderate income families to grant them a choice that they might not otherwise could afford. However, severe concerns remain regarding the division of funds away from traditional public school. Sociological research by Kendra Biscoff and Laura Tech cautioned that the growth of private school choice can contribute to racial and social economic stratification within educational system. It is not if it's not carefully moderated. Now that we have examined the general types of choice, let's look at how these policies have been playing out in our own backyard. North Carolina's current educational landscape has been a massive, expensive of school choice option in recent years. The state boasts a highly robust charter school sector and an opportunity program that is continuously expanding, providing funds for thousands of students annually. Legal and educational analyst Will Robertson and Virginia Riel noted that current opportunity scholarship legislation actively enables the granting of more scholarships each consecutive year than the previous year. Interestingly, they also noted that North Carolina does not offer statewide open enrollment for traditional districts. This absence of open enrollment further sharpens the competitive environment that traditional public schools and choice schools find themselves in. This brings us to a real world impact and consideration of these policies. While propor- proponents emphasize parental rights and improve individual education outcomes, critics raise serious warning flags about equality and potential for increased segregation. This tension is exactly what measures like North Carolina State Bill 8 comes into play. Senate Bill 8 explicitly sought to make efforts for the population of school to reasonably reflect the demographic of surrounding areas regarding charter schools. Yet, as economist Charles T. Clofferter has noted, meeting these ideals poses extreme practical challenges in the face of changing, increasingly homogeneous neighborhood demographics. This raised concerns over an implied uneven distribution of resources and opportunities across communities. Ultimately, understanding the long term effects on public school funding and performance in the face of these measures remain a critical and ongoing research. To sum it all up, school choice represents a highly complex intersection of parental rights, educational equality, and resource allocations. Today, we have discussed its historical development and explored the core structural differences between charter schools and voucher programs, and examined the current landscape of North Carolina's a state that is undergoing rapid significant changes in this area. I encourage each of you to stay closely informed about these changing policies and actively participate in community discussions about how to best serve all students within our school system. School choice is not a simple solution, but rather a evolving debate. By understanding the nuances of these policies, we can work towards a more equitable and effective educational system for our future generations.